Hey guys, how's it going? This is a little update video. I haven't really put out a video that's been of any kind of quality for a while. I've been really busy and with a lot of different things, and I'll kind of get into a few of the things that I've been busy with. This is the Quincy compressor. I'm probably going to end up doing away with this thing and go with the 3 horsepower rotary compressor that I have. You'll see in the background there's a propane tank over here. This is the area where I used to do all the Quincy repair videos, and I essentially have painted the house, and in a couple of videos you heard me talking about a repair shop and whatnot, and I've actually built that now. Here's actually the condensing package for the air conditioner for that room that I've built. And this is I'm not going to tell you what this is. You'll probably be able to figure it out. A propane tank goes to this thing. What could it possibly be? But at any rate, without any further ado, let's go into the new workshop, which I've adoringly called the man cave. And so let's have a look inside. All right, guys. Well, here we are. It's about 12, I believe, 12 by 25 general size. And so when I close this door here, it's not hot and humid. It's probably going to rain here in a minute. But at any rate, this is basically it. Got some shelves and a couple of French doors back here that can open up, and these doors back around here that I came through actually open wide open. And so my plan was to be able to get my car into here, do some work on it and whatnot. And obviously, you know, in Florida here, it's just outrageously humid and whatnot most of the time. So that's where the old air conditioning package came in. So I mean, I spend a lot more time in here than I really do in my house. I got a security camera right here, and then I watch a lot of YouTube videos for whatever reason. This is actually the rotary screw project video. I didn't want to have any kind of a copyright infringement, but I wanted to show you what I have for entertainment purposes and whatnot. And actually, this whole thing we spin around over here is where I keep my car, in that garage over there. And this is why the reason why I kind of built this. I didn't want to leave my car outside, and I had no other garage. So I put lighting in here. Basically, the lighting is for each light has its own light switch, so you don't have to run them all at the same time. They're all LED, and it does a nice job with the lighting and whatnot. So essentially, this is part of the project that's been tarped up on the backside. You can probably almost figure out what it is, but I'm going to put up a different video on that whole project, and you'll get an idea on that. And then also the other project that I'm going to be back into is going to be the 3 horsepower rotary screw compressor. It is actually done, and I'll give you a little sneak preview here of it actually running and loading and unloading on its own, and it'll just be a little sneak preview to the video that's going to be coming up. Alright, well, I've got it powered up here. Here's the workbench that I put together. I looked at a few different workbenches that you could buy that were, you know, you'd have to assemble them yourself. And essentially what I did is when I put the condensing package outside, I purchased these wall mount brackets, and I got to looking and I thought, well, that would be pretty perfect to lay a piece of plywood on and make a bench out of, and that's kind of what I've done. I moved the chairs away so you get a little better idea of what and how that works. But I mean, it is slick because you don't have the legs protruding straight down. It's strong as an ox. And then we've got a heavy laminated piece of plywood in here, and this is the vise from the old workbench. I still have to bolt this down. I probably will clean up this aluminum. I got this on here so I could drill some holes and not have to worry about screwing up this really, really nice stainless steel top that I mounted on here. So I've always wanted a workbench with a nice stainless steel top, and now I finally have one, which is nice. I've got this unit powered up. We'll start that up in a minute. But at any rate, a couple things laying around here. I've got some entertainment audio equipment, some broadcast equipment, and different things like that. Put some track lighting above right here, which makes things look kind of nice. Basically, about here's the other unit that I'm going to be tearing into. This is a 10 horsepower encapsulated sol air unit. This one has a shaft seal leak. It belongs to me. I took it in on trade. And the other one that's outside, that's on the tank with the enclosure on it, has a I think a bad gear. It makes a really weird sound to it. So my plan was to see if we could take 2 units and make one good one. and then I want to get rid of it because I need the space real bad. But at any rate, let's start up the Atlas Copco. All right, so I got it on this really nice cart here from Harbor Freight Tool, which almost cost nothing. So I just gotta get it up in the air a little bit here. A little easier so I don't have to bend over. But at any rate, I have the isolation valve closed. It'll start and run, load, unload. There's no air demand, but it's on any kind of rotary screw compressor. It leaks a little bit of internal pressure back through the minimum pressure check valve, and you'll see it loading and unloading, loading and unloading. We'll start it up here. Perfectly flawlessly right now. I think it loads at about 105 and unloads at about 110, right around there. I need to really put a tank on it, but just to give you a little precursor that, and you're wondering about that panel, but I'll tell you about all that stuff in the video coming up. Alright, well that's off. I picked up this dryer right here for really almost nothing, to be quite honest with you. It's not very old, it had a leak on it, and I don't really want to get into badgering the company that makes these things too terribly bad, but they use an aluminum heat exchanger, and of course everything else is copper. And the biggest problem that you have with copper and aluminum is joining them together, and they use a little fitting like this, which just really doesn't pan out very well, and it leaked right there, and I don't think they really had a really great way to repair it, so I ended up putting together a flare setup. But I had to really dismantle the heck out of the dryer just to do the work. There was a lot of labor involved in it, but it was just my labor. So, but that's going to be hooked up to the Atlas Copco. And I want to get rid of the Quincy, and I feel bad about it because somebody asked me a question about, hey, do you know anyone in the area that's got a unit like that? And I told the guy, I said, wow, gee whiz, I really don't know anybody that actually has one in the area, and that was before I actually thought about getting rid of it. But I am probably going to get rid of the tank. It's a shame somebody wants it for a barbecue tank. I don't know. I'm probably just going to end up getting rid of it just for the mere fact that, and it's kind of old. It's not really a problem, but I don't know. I can't really find a home for it except for some guy that wants to use it as a barbecue tank. So it kind of is what it is. You know what I mean? I'm just kind of walking around here showing you a couple different things and whatnot with the man cave, so to speak. Let me just kind of unplug this here. This little server rack with some Heathkit stuff in here, broadcast equipment for the most part, and this server rack really worked out great for that. But at any rate, that's basically about the update video. There's going to be the video coming up on the Atlas Copco, and then there's going to be a teardown on the Solar units here. So stay tuned, guys. One more thing, I'm going to add a couple pictures towards the end of the video. I didn't take any video of the construction of this whole project right here, as you know, there's quite a few people that have probably done this before. It's not like some new earth-breaking thing. So I'll include a couple of just still pictures towards the end of the video here, just, you know, for curiosity's sakes, I guess. But at any rate, thanks a lot, guys.